it's going to be from the original pack. I didn't get to pre-screen some of the new ones, which I will start using from Sexbox again.
3 cards. 3 cards.
3? Okay, so I'll have you pick one. So you got to spin the dice, and then whatever number it lands on, you got to read the question that appears.
So 7?
Yeah.
So now I just grab...
Random card and read question 7.
Have you had sex with twins? No.
You gotta think about it.
Oh, we had twins last
No, I know. I was trying to look at this because people in performing, like I've had sex with my like stepsister and my stepmother a million times, but like I have it obviously. So
Okay,
so with this, no, film and personal life, no twins that I know of that wanted to have sex with me with both of them at the same time. I mean, there's probably twins out there that separately want to have sex with me at different times, but I don't know any twins at the same time.
Interesting.
Do I have to roll it again? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. 6. Have you given a guy pity sex to help him feel better about himself? What if they're listening? I'm kidding. I mean, I guess. Well, no. I mean, I'd never done anything I didn't want to do. But I mean, I guess I've done stuff so that they just feel better, and maybe I just wasn't into it that much in the moment. But they're like a friend, or became a friend. So I guess yes.
Okay.
Pity fuck.
Most of us have done at least one.
I keep getting the same. Like, okay, here we go. 7 again. Have you hooked up with a blind date? Have I been on many blind dates? I mean, I usually send a picture of myself before. So it's not really blind dates. I mean, does it matter if it's their face? Like, what if you've never seen their face, just their genitals?
Oh,
I don't know. No, I guess no, because I've never been on a fully blind date. I've always known to some degree what they look like. Also, because I like,
Catfishing out
I don't
there.
want to like take a bus an hour or drive for an hour or like any of that stuff to just go home. You know, can't afford all that shit for no reason.
It'd be a real waste of time. But yeah, guys, I think this really concludes our session here with Peter Pounder.
Hold on, one more question,
Okay.
because I never got that
Oh,
question.
yeah.
Right? And I know the comment gang on my personal page have been going pretty crazy since I posted this tweet. Okay? So the reason I'm trying to apply it to both of y'all, because like I said, Toronto girls will pick the worst of the worst mans out there and inherit their bullshit and look past the men who actually have their shit together. And then I put true or false.
I'd say true, because I think a lot of Toronto women like myself, I've been fooled many times, and we're pretty optimistic with the next man. We always are hopeful in saying the next one will be better because the next one assures us that he's not like anybody we've ever talked to. So whether we're with them for a year, 3 years, 5 years, or whatever duration of time, we're still in that wishful thinking mode that, fuck, all that energy of all those assholes before. Now, if you're going to be an asshole, I'm going to make this one right out. So the girl will overlook the good guys or whatever potential good ones because she's focusing on hopefully this will change. This one is allowed to fuck up a little bit because you know what? He should be better than the last 6 or 5 or whoever before him. So I'm really hoping that this works because so much time has already been put in. And I'm looking at the clock, noticing that I ain't getting any younger. So I want this to work. This has to work.
So you're going to try to fix the broken one then?
Well, the broken is up for the interpretation. So if the girl, remember, somebody is always going to make you feel like the person you're with is always less of the caliber than what you see in them. Especially when you start talking about situations or moments of unhappiness or things like that. It's always when you start the dialogue with people and you start to let them in your circle, they start to penetrate your mind for you to have elements of doubt. Because sometimes you want to double check and you want an opinion, and then they're going to tell you from their perspective. Nobody's really going to gas you up. They're just going to really want you to, they're going to force you to think twice. Because normally if you always internalize and you're like, okay, this is the one, even though you're not too happy, you don't really have anything to compare it to. But the minute you start opening up that circle of conversation with the issues or the concerns, your mind subconsciously now starts finding elements of doubt, and then the picture starts to get clearer. The resolution starts to come HD, and now you start looking at flaws you overlooked because you're being hopeful that this one is not just like the others.
What about you, Pete? What you got on this?
Well, I mean, people always do compare it to like their previous person or maybe someone else they want. So for that aspect, I definitely notice like I'm guilty of doing the same with comparing like, oh, this person did this and this person didn't do that and that kind of thing, which is not really like that good because everyone's different. But after everything Jose said, what was the original post?
So Toronto girls will pick the worst of the worst mans out there. And I say man just because it's Toronto slang, right? So the worst of the worst men out there and inherit their bullshit and look past the men who actually have their shit together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people they look past the bullshit because they want to see like what they think the person could be, either what they can mold them to be or what that person just says they are and they're lying, right? So like some people are just good at deceiving, right? So some girls I feel like they know and some people don't know that they're being deceived or whatever. And then a lot of those people should just be more self-aware. Like a lot of people these days aren't self-aware. So like more self-awareness would help you be more aware of your own issues. And then you stop dealing with other people's bullshit.
And
Well
also,
said, sir.
also too, timing. You can't just cancel somebody out because somebody presents himself as good, because then the cycle continues. How do you define a good person without looking at each individual skill set to see how it matches with you without the experience of having somebody in your life for a live-in relationship, not just dating, but living with somebody is a completely realistic approach at how they're going to be with you versus just dating and sleeping over or checking them once in a while. So the guy on the outside is going to look perfect, of course, because you're just seeing him for what he's presenting.
Well, my whole thing, and I guess the reason, part of the reason why that whole thing, my whole tweet sparked is, I had a few conversations and over that day. And there's a lot of women who will like to take the guy who will call them from jail, collect, drive their car, you know what I'm saying? Still live at mom's, not, you know what I mean? Like, be the fucking biggest driller or drug dealer out there and be like, that's the guy I want. But then the guy who, like, I'm not going to say they might like myself, but guys like myself, you know what I'm saying? Who have their own spot, you know what I'm saying? Kind of does whatever he wants when he wants. Entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? Runs their own businesses. Those guys sometimes have it a little bit harder. Not saying myself, but guys like that.
I think codependency is like a factor in that. Like a lot of people, the whole, what is it? One's a victim, and one's like being rescued. So like I know one of my relationships, like I was more of the rescue, and the other person was more of like the victim. I was always rescuing, and then like another relationship, I played more of the victim at the time. I was like, what was me? So like, and I know that part of this feeds in with like codependency and people choosing people that they think they kind of have to help out and help shape and help mold, and also you're dealing with their issues now. So now you're not dealing with your own issues. Like I've dealt with partners' issues, my brother's issues, my family's issues, just to avoid my own issues, right?
It's voids,
And
filling them.
Yeah, and I could have chose someone who was way more on their like feet partner wise, and I wouldn't have to focus on like helping them out. But then what's going to distract me from my own issues that I'm avoiding? So like obviously that's an unhealthy situation. So these women maybe have codependent tendencies. I don't know, but a lot of people these days aren't that self-aware, and they just use things to I'll fix this person, or I'll help this person, or I'll just like get really high and like not care about like this thing. Like it depends what you're doing. Like I smoke weed too, but there's smoking weed for enjoyment or for medicinal reasons, and there's smoking to escape something. So
Escapism.
No, he said it perfect with codependency, because a lot of women, like for the ones that want that, they need that thrill. They need that guy that is just reckless. They need somebody to fill that void that they're at that moment, because a lot of those women outgrow that phase. Some women get into it late in life because they've focused on other things. But again, depends on really the state of mind you're in, because some women want to be wanted. They want to be desired. They want somebody that will live in, because the ambitious working man, he's not going to want to be at home all the time, sitting there, chilling, playing video games or whatever it is. He's going to be working, and then they're going to have minimal time. The guy that you're describing, if he's not in jail, he's at her house, going out to do chops once in a while, maybe, but he's available.
PlayStation 5 up, yo.
He's
You ain't gonna
be
get me that for
available.
my birthday, shorty? Come on. I just came home.
Right? I'll be home all day. But some people want that. They want somebody to take care of, because that's how they cope. There's nurturing women out there as well. A lot of women that endure a lot of hardships and stuff become more nurturing because they've had life so hard. So they want to make sure that the person they do take on looks to them for that nurturing. Right?
Yeah. Sounds like whiskey all shit to me. Anyhow, let's pack it up.
Yeah. So everybody, thanks for listening. This was another episode 15 of Zalinks and the amazing Peter Pounder coming out of retirement. Said it here. So look out for him. Follow him on Instagram and check out his OnlyFans for those that are curious and interested in what he brings to the table. And it was a lot of fun today. I think a lot of new information was presented, and I think you pounded this interview.
Yeah, thanks. I have one more thing. Can I say?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, because I haven't said where I'm working, and I guess I'll do it here for the first time, is I'll be a Carnal boy under the network Carnal Media. So that's going to be where you can find me, aside from the OnlyFans. Then I still have the freedom as an exclusive with their company to shoot my own OnlyFans content and many vids and clip content, which is really nice because some studios don't let you do that. They want you to be just theirs on their thing.
They want you to make money too. That's good.
Yeah, they want me to make money too. So you can find me on their network for Carnal Media. I'll be one of their new Carnal boys. And yeah, that's it. And for the rest of my tags and whatnot, I'll get all sorted with the coming back out of retirement, and then you guys can have it in the bio.
Yeah, thank you for coming through. I mean, it was long awaited, and I'm happy that you were able to come and share your openness on your sexuality and your endeavors with our audience, and just presenting as a great example of somebody confident within their own skin. And your skin's amazing, by the way. But
Thank you.
The fact that you're so confident in talking about sexuality and sensuality and intimacy and everything we spoke about today, it was very inspirational because most people aren't that honest or free to talk about their intimate experiences like that. So I commend you on that. And guys, keep watching. Wait for next episode. It's going to be coming out soon. And zalinks@gmail.com. Follow me, your host, Alice Zay. Alice Zay Vlogs on Instagram. And my links are in my bio, so check them out. And follow We Love Hip Hop Network, Friday Ricky Dread. And we're out.
We the best music. Another one.